The American West has a huge water problem, and we're facing serious issues with drought, issues I expect to get worse. And when I talk about the problems of this, like the fact that Lake Mead could eventually reach dead pool, which is where water cannot pass through the dam anymore, I invariably hear people talk about desalination. And that is a viable option for a small percentage, but it's not the great promise that some people claim it is. So, if you're not sure, desalination is where you take salt water and you turn it into pure fresh water. There are two ways that you can do this. One is with reverse osmosis, which is where you pass it through a membrane, and the other one is through superheating the water, which creates a vapor, a steam, which then turns into pure water and then the salt and salt in byproduct. But this is not the solve for our problems with water. One of the reasons for that is it's very expensive, very, very expensive. Reverse osmosis costs Carlsbad between 3.4 and 4.4 kilowatts per cubic meter. To give you some context, an acre foot of water from the Carlsbad facility near San Diego is about $2,100 to $2,700 to produce. To get that water from the Colorado River is literally about half of that. The Carlsbad facility uses 38 megawatts of continuous electricity, which is enough to power 28,000 homes. So we're solving a water problem and creating a power problem. There is also the issue of the fact that if you're trying to do desal for something like a city like Las Vegas, you're having to pump that water through pipes over great distances. And the biggest problem with desal is brine. When you make fresh water from salt water, for every liter of fresh water you create, you also create 1.5 liters of brine. Brine is concentrated salt, heavy chemicals, and the cleaning chemicals that they're using for that osmosis. And it goes really, there's several things to do. There's a few things to do with brine, but most of the time it's pumped back to the ocean. And it's denser and heavier than seawater, so it goes to the bottom. We could instead save 6 billion gallons of water almost every day if we simply fixed the leaking pipe infrastructure in our country. A 17% reduction in agricultural water use by drip irrigation technology and better scheduling technology would save more water than every proposed desalination plant proposed for the entire United States. Desalination is a plausible solution, and it does work, and it is necessary in some applications, but it is not the fix to the water problems that we have as a country. And part of that is that we need to be better with the water that we actually have, instead of promising magical solutions to fix a problem that we continue to elevate, escalate, and create. I hope this information was helpful. Please consider following along if you found it useful.